Hi Pep. After this season, there's obviously going to be Euro 2020, and I understand that's not your job, but your players will care. And I was just wondering with John Stones, do you have sympathy if he is worried that if he doesn't play for City, he might not be picked for England, or are you quite ruthless and you think it's not my problem?
No, of course, it's my problem. I'm a human being. I try to have humanity, and I suffer when they suffer. And what I want is he goes to the national team because my opinion about him is it's the same with his good points and the points has to improve because he's simple. He's young central defender. So, but of course, I would like, but in the same time, I had to take the decisions to be honest with me. And I know it's not easy for him, and I selected Eric because it's simple as that. He played really well the games he played, really well. Against Sheffield United and teams like in moments tough for the Christmas times, and he will always be there. And since then, didn't play much. And I want to be involved with that. It's not about any particular reason I don't want it. Of course, I want, but not just John, and all the players can be selected for the national team for the Euro. But of course, we think about every day, take decisions for tomorrow, for the day that today, not for, for the future. And they have to play, here, and as best as possible is the best way to after that go to the national team.
He has a chance to play more in the next 3 or 4 months, John Stones?
Of course, everyone. After I'm going to decide, I'm going to choose, but of course.
Hi Pep, you said last Friday that Liverpool would win the league with a points total in, I think it was Timbuktu, Australia, anywhere. The fact that the Premier League is supposed to be the toughest league in the world, is it unhealthy that Liverpool are winning it by 22 points? And should other Premier managers as well as yourself be embarrassed by the fact that they're winning it by 22 points?
It's what it is. So always here is difficult for the amount of games, for specific circumstances, always was tight, but in the 2 seasons ago, we did something incredible, and Liverpool is doing right now. So, and Liverpool is going to try to do next season what we tried to do in the previous season, after last season and this season as well, and the rest of the people just try to reduce this gap. So that is the point. The desire when the big chairmans of the Premier League events or the board for the TVs or whatever, it depends on the teams, the manager, especially the players, how it's going on. So it's not ever dictated. That is true, I think so. Before it was so equal, and for the last years, the tendency changed a little bit. It was the teams like dominate clearly the competition in one season. It depends, of course, Liverpool and the rest of the teams, what's going to happen in the future.
Pep, Steve Bates from The People. Pep, inevitably when a team who's won the league then drops off the pace the second season and falls behind the leader, as much as you have, inevitably people will look at your team and your squad and think, that's a team that needs a major overhaul. Do you look at it that way? Do you think you need 3, 4, 5 new players in the summer?
I don't know. I have an idea, but not even contact from anyone. And in terms of that, because I'm not, during the season, I'm not too much ready to think about that. Of course, you have to do something because David is leaving and in some position going to do it. But I don't know how much, because the market is always difficult to know it. And like he said, still there are 2 months and 3 months, and 2 months, 3 months can change a lot of things. Always I put example from Bini, that Bini during the season, unfortunately for all of us, him don't play much for the injuries, and always the last 2 months or 2 months and a half, was always the best central defender in the world. So everything can happen, and there are incredible nice things to still to fight. We are in a final close in 2-3 weeks to win 1 more title. And we have the FA Cup in the league to secure the Premier League, to try to finish second and fight for the qualification for the Champions League next season. And we have a big 2 games against Real Madrid.
Do you trust the group of players you've got to go again next season? If you were to remain with this group of players, would you trust them to go again and maybe win the title next season?
This group of players won something unique, the last 6 domestic titles here in England. So, not to be far away from the leader, I have a different opinion that, about this club, this group of players. So I admire them. So I suffer with them when they are not able to get what they deserve to get. My point of view, the other opponents and my colleagues will say the opposite. But so always I angry with them, or I'm not happy with them when they don't try, don't have the courage, and they don't do. But you see the performance. That is what I like to watch. Always it's more than decent, more than well, more than brave, more than okay. We're going to try. It doesn't matter what happened, in confidence, and I'm proud. I'm proud. I like what they do. So it's not enough. We have to think about it. What means, and part for the incredible level for our opponent. But on part, of course, we drop points where we should not be dropped, and that's why we are in the position that we are, second in the Premier League.
Hi, Pep. Just carrying on from that slightly, every player that's joined City over the last 4 years, when he's asked what the attraction has been, has said to work with you. Even players that haven't been into the club have said that they would like to work with Pep Guardiola. The fact that you will go into next season with only 1 year left on your contract, do you think that could be a complication in terms of bringing players to the club, that they would want to know what your situation is first?
I don't know, but this is not the only reason they come here.
It is a big reason.
But I would say we contact with the other players didn't come, and I was here. Not all the players that we were trying to bring him here, they are settled, or they are sitting close to us. So I think the club is big enough, it's good enough to be attractive for the players. They want to play in this way we want to play, because the players watch the TV or when we play against them and said, okay, I would like to go for the economic offer, they wanted to do it, because I think come to Manchester City is not a bad solution for the players. But I think honestly it's not the only reason why. The reason why I'm here, so the club is stable and the club moved forward, or was really good before I came here. So with Mancini won the title, with titles with Manuel, and the football they played in that period was good, really good. So I think I'm not the reason why, and the club is good enough. But we have to try the players we believe they can help us, to maintain this level we had in the last seasons, not just for the manager is in that position. There has to be another issues, and the club has to be good in the terms to convince the players and the agents.
And also, the last couple of weeks, two penalties have been saved at Sheffield United and at Spurs last week, where the goalkeeper was clearly off his line when he made the save.
Yeah, but this is in Europe. In Champions League, will be disallowed it. But here in England, there is a new rule. The guys spoke with my team manager and said that they don't care this rule, and the keepers can go forward and they will not be disallowed it.
So we're playing with a
yeah,
different
like
ruling.
one hand in one country is in one way, and the other country is another way. So that is the situation right now.
But you've been told that they're allowed to come off the line.
The people told to the guys, because I'm not in the meetings anymore, so told there that when go there, it doesn't matter. But the penalty, I think, involves always, it was in front, last game was in front, but the referee said in Europe is you have to repeat, here in England, no. Right.
Because I just wondered whether you would kind of remind the referee and the assistants before the game that the rule states that the goalkeeper has to be on the line, whether it's you, whether it's a member of your staff, would actually take time to say, look, this is something that maybe you should be keeping an eye on.
Yeah, but here say that they can do it, the keepers. So if they can do it.
Are you surprised by that? We're playing by different rules?
Wow, many. No, the rule is for everyone is the same, it's not a problem. The conflict is why is hands in this game and why is not hands in the other one. That is the confused for, not for me, for everyone. That is the problem. So they have to choose, hopefully next season, what is the law, the application of the law for everyone the same. So because at the end, we believe the VAR is going to help, because we thought the machine cannot make mistakes. But it's not the machines, it's the person who used the machine, so that's why the human being making mistakes too. And it's not clear, the guys can say this one is hands or this one is not hands, or in this case, no, is His penalty in the line, the keeper has to be the line, because if the keeper is the line and 1 feet has to be in the line and the goal, the taker is a little bit in there, it's unstoppable. So it's almost unstoppable. If you stay there, will not you take it good. What you have to improve is to shoot better. That is what we have to do. Okay. Done? Thank you.